Slade Wilson.
Deathstroke has always been an overlooked villain within Batman's rogues gallery. I believe him to be better than Marvel's version of him, Deadpool. Even though I love them both, Deathstroke has always been my favorite character, and not because he was the original Wilson either,
That guy was already up there when I got here.
but because I believe Slade brings much more to the table as a character than just an invincible, simp for death, loudmouth idiot.
That was a zinger. Well done. But, I don't know, I just needed a breather. I mean, with the amount of menopause flying around here, I thought I was gonna be hit in the face with a hot flush with some upper lip hair any sec.
Although I still love Deadpool, Deathstroke is much more interesting as a character than Deadpool is. Slade Wilson was originally a highly decorated war veteran, enlisted specifically to be in a program to enhance human limitations, strength, endurance, flexibility, and even down to thought. He has the strength, tactical prowess, and ability of 10 men. The experiment was a success, turning him from normal peak soldier to consistently peak metahuman with a computer brain. There is a myth that humans do not use 100% of their brains. That is incorrect. We use it all, but at different times and for different reasons. Slade's brain is so advanced it works 90% efficient and all of the time. This is impossible for humans. For normal, that is. Following the success of the experiment, the military refused to let Slade return to duty, effectively blacklisting him from a contract, combat, or anything government related. Not able to turn to anything else because he is a super soldier who was a military asset. He becomes an underground mercenary. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Slade took this and went a mile with it. After a while, killing and doing bad things for criminals for a paycheck, his luck ran out. Mercenaries were called to Slade's house to kill him and his family. Only finding his child, they brutally beat the boy, rendering him mute. Wife, Adeline Kane, later finding out it was Slade's carelessness that led to her son being crippled, she shot him in the face, making him lose his right eye. While Slade possesses regenerative healing powers, he was unable to recover the eye because the injury was too extreme. Slade then later returned to a life of killing and doing dirty work for money. Slade then donned the legendary orange and navy blue outfit we see today. Deathstroke's brain is significantly more advanced than normal humans, primarily function as a high-speed tactical supercomputer that processes information 9 times faster than an average human mind. While based on the myth that humans only use 10% of their brain, the narrative enhancement grants Slade Wilson up to 90% utilization, allowing him to analyze combat situations, calculate trajectories, and devise complex strategies in milliseconds. His enhanced human processing speed translates directly into human reflexes, often allowing him to perceive the world in slow motion, similar to reaction time advantages observed in small animals like flies, applied to human-level intelligence. That's fucking terrifying. Deathstroke primarily hates Batman because the Dark Knight represents a threat to his reputation, a disruption to his contracts, and in some storylines, has directly been responsible for the death of his son. While traditionally a villain of the Teen Titans and Nightwing, Deathstroke's rivalry with Batman stems from the following. In early stories, Deathstroke, a highly reliable assassin, failed to kill Batman, damaging his reputation. And in more recent narratives like DC Rebirth, Batman actively intervenes in Deathstroke's contracts to intense animosity. As a mercenary, Deathstroke views Batman's no-killing rule as a weakness. Experimental super soldier serum changed Deathstroke fundamentally to the core, transforming him from a highly skilled, patriotic soldier into a near-superhuman, cold, and calculated mercenary. The serum did not just boost his strength, it altered his sociology and mental processes at a foundational level, described as having the processing power of a supercomputer. This enhancement provides him with a near-perfect memory and tactical intelligence that rivals Batman. His physical enhancements he gained enhanced strength, capable of lifting up to 5 to 10 tons, speed, stamina, and agility beyond peak human potential. His healing factor, the serum granted him regenerative healing factors, allowing him to survive injuries that would be fatal to normal humans, including having his heart sliced in two, though it cannot regenerate his limbs or his eye. The procedure in many iterations drove him temporarily mad and left him comatose. When recovered, he was colder and more emotionally detached, allowing him to move from a loyal soldier to a ruthless, profit-driven assassin. The serum also gave him an extended lifespan, allowing him to stay in his physical prime well past normal aging years, or potentially indefinitely. While his military training and tactical skills existed before the serum, the enhancement acts as a force multiplier that turned him into one of the most dangerous metahuman levels in the DC universe. This is exactly why I believe he has been forgotten. Forgetful appearance in Teen Titans to his lackluster boss fight in Arkham Knight. Really, the only pieces of media I've seen personally to get him correct are Arkham Origins with how close, long, difficult the fight was, and many of the Batman movies get Slade very close to how formidable he is in the comics. At least Slade actually pushes Batman mentally, physically, emotionally, and tactically. Deathstroke is damn near even with Batman. The only thing that holds him back? Arrogance and bad writing. The reason Slade wants to fight Bats so much is because he is the only challenge, the only human challenge. Imagine a live-action blockbuster Batman with a Deathstroke as the titular villain. Instead of a Bane or a Joker or a Riddler, introduce side characters we haven't seen on screen like Clayface or the Court of Owls. This is all wraps into the point that Deathstroke really is a forgotten assassin, which since writers clearly don't have respect for him. At least he's actually damn near even with Batman and thinks 9 times faster, unlike some very bland and poor written characters like Bane, who just wants to break Batman's back, and that's it. I'm just a muscle dummy who wants to break Batman's back. Anyway, I'm done yapping. Deuces.
Know that you die with honor, which is more than can be said for most. You fought well, Batman, but I am stronger, faster, smarter. And so this ends the only way it could.